Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Starting off today with Thomas Lemar. Now, we know that we've been negotiating, trying to get this deal over the line. It's been going on, it seems, forever. Arsenal apparently put in a couple of bids for him that have been unsuccessful. Will Monica sell or not? Nobody knows at this stage. The deal is still open if the price is right. That's my opinion on it. Arsenal need to get this deal done quickly if they're going to get it done at all. Now looming is the big threat of Barcelona. Now that Barcelona have got all this money for Neymar, they have to find a replacement for him. They're looking at Lemar, they're looking at a load of other players, but apparently they're looking at Lemar as well. There's other clubs as well. There's rumours yesterday that Man City are interested in Lemar. You know, Arsenal got to stop dithering on this one. They've got to say to themselves, right, what is the highest amount we're going to go to for Lemar? Go in there and get it done. I mean, it's just going on and on and on. I know that sometimes with certain deals, you're playing a game really. You know what I mean? It's a game of brinkmanship. But then for some of the better players, the brinkmanship thing ain't going to work. You've got to put your money on the table and get the deal done. And we don't want to see Arsenal losing out on this deal if it is the number one target for Arsenal, which what I understand it is. The same goes for Seri, Jean-Michaël Seri of Nice. Same thing with this one. Barcelona now being linked very heavily with him. As I said, they got £198 million up front for Neymar. They got a lot of money. They always got a lot of money anyway to get players done. And Seri is another guy that they're looking at. Again, with Arsenal here, yes, if they want to get this deal done, they may have to pay over the odds. But if they're going to have to pay over the odds, then they're going to have to pay over the odds. That's how it is. In this market this summer, we can see it is inflated because of certain deals that have gone on. If Arsenal are going to get these two, if these are the two that they want, they must act now. The transfer window finishes on the 31st of August. We've got our first game competitively in the Premier League next week. Let's get these players in if we're getting them in at all. If Seri comes in, what's going to happen to Jack Wilshere? Because more or less he plays in the same sort of position as him. Arsene Wenger questioned yesterday about Jack Wilshere, some interesting comments. He said, I wanted him for him to come back. He's coming out of a fracture. It's his first week. He's back in full training and we have to sit down together and see where we go from here. I made him start at a very young age. He's come through some difficult times. I want him to have a career. He can have it. And I'm quite open to that. So what is he saying there? Sounds to me like what Arsene Wenger is saying there is that he is open to selling Jack Wilshere. What's going to happen with Jack? I mean, still a crowd favourite at Arsenal. We still love Jack Wilshere. But how long can we keep him in the team? You know what I mean? There's no doubt in my mind that if this guy had been fit throughout his career, he would probably be the captain of Arsenal right now, but injuries hindering him. Arsenal probably looking at it. We've got to get somebody into that position. I mean, he should be the successor to Santi Cazorla, but injuries, again, as Wenger said, they're coming back from a fracture. How long is it going to take him to fully recover from that? So will Seri come in? It's one of those things we have to wait and see what happens. Danny Welbeck, surprisingly being linked with a move away today. He's been linked today with a move to Everton, of all places. Everton, it said, you know, they've been very interested, of course, in signing Olivier Giroud. That looks like that's not going to happen. So it said that they are very interested now in getting Danny Welbeck. And would Arsenal be willing to sell Welbeck? I mean, paid £16 million for Welbeck. Remember when we bought him? The rumours are that Everton will be willing to pay £30 million for Welbeck, which would, that'd be doubling your money, wouldn't it? But for me, we should be keeping older players like Welbeck. It's had, again, another injury-hit season. If we can get a full injury-free season out of Danny Welbeck, he could be a very important player for Arsenal, but that's the big if. But Everton being linked with a move with him today. Cohen Bramall, who's featured in a lot of the pre-season friendlies, looked pretty good as well, actually. This guy came from Heddingston Town, non-league team. Looks like he's making a step up. The rumours are that he will be sent out on loan to Sparta Rotterdam, is the rumour. But Arsene Wenger keen for him to get a lot of first-team experience. Of course, the left-back positions are probably going to be Kolasinac and Nacho Monreal. So it makes sense to send him out on loan, get him some game time. He's looked decent in pre-season, but Cohen Bramall could be going out on loan. And finally, remember yesterday we did this poll and I asked you about Gareth Bale. Would you have Gareth Bale at Arsenal if we could get that deal done? Because there was rumours that Real Madrid were willing to sell him. Real Madrid, by the way, have since come out and said they don't want to sell Gareth Bale. They've made it quite adamant. But 85% of you said yes, you would have Gareth Bale. 15% said no. So obviously the Tottenham connections, you don't care about that. You just want a quality player. Thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget, as I keep saying every day, I'm doing that charity walk around all the grounds in London. Get involved in that. Please, please, please sponsor me. The link is below. Kicks off Wednesday, Thursday. Then on Friday, we end up at the Emirates. It's going to be, I'll say it's going to be really good. I'll tell you that when I start walking. It's 40 odd miles. But it should be really, really good. And raising money for a great cause, Prostate Cancer UK. Thanks for watching the show today, and we'll be back tomorrow.